It was a quiet December morning
Well, the
in
jury
Deer
believed,
Park,
and in
Washington.
the case of
A
Chanin
cold
Starbuck,
winter
the two-speaking
day,
reality set
peaceful,
display could not have
ordinary,
stood the starkness of
until a
contrast.
phone call
We've been waiting over
shattered
a
the
year for
calm.
this moment.
Inside a suburban home, a mother of 5, Chanin Starbuck, was found dead. No forced entry, no weapon left behind, no early suspects. What looked at first like a tragic accident quickly became one of the most complex murder investigations in modern American history. This is the true story behind the Starbuck family murder. The evidence, the missteps, the secrets, and the questions that still haunt the case today. The discovery. On December 3, 2011, police responded to a welfare check at Chanin's home. The last person to see or hear from her was one of her daughters. Officers found Chanin lying on the bed, covered partly by blankets, as if someone had staged the scene. Her phone was missing, her purse was missing, and the house felt strangely undisturbed. No broken windows, no signs of a struggle in the main rooms. At first glance, it seemed peaceful, but the officers knew instantly something was wrong. Chanin had injuries inconsistent with natural death. Her body told a story long before the evidence did. The autopsy report. The autopsy report changed everything. Chanin had been strangled. There were bruises on her neck, pressure marks on her face, and signs of a violent struggle, one that appeared to have happened in a confined space. But the detail that shocked investigators the most was the staging, the way her body was positioned, the bedding adjusted, the attempt to make the scene appear calm. Killers who stage scenes often know their victims, and they often want to hide emotions beneath a layer of control. The initial suspect, Clay Starbuck. Detectives interviewed family, friends, and neighbors. One name came up repeatedly: Clay Starbuck, her ex-husband. Their divorce had been bitter. Custody battles, financial disputes, arguments that friends described as emotionally explosive. Clay and Chanin had a complicated history: love, betrayal, pain, and ongoing tension long after their separation. Was this a crime of passion, a revenge killing, or something more calculated? The digital trail. Investigators pulled phone records. Something unexpected emerged. Chanin's phone had been used after the time of her death. Texts sent to her children, messages attempting to sound like her. But the wording felt off. The tone was strange. It didn't feel like their mother. And the biggest red flag, cell tower data showed the phone moving long after she was dead. Someone was trying to impersonate her. Forensic evidence, the DNA question. Forensic teams swept the house looking for any trace evidence. On Chanin's body, they found male DNA, but not just one profile, multiple profiles. This discovery introduced chaos into the investigation. If multiple unknown male DNA samples were present, then was this a random attack? Could there be more than one suspect? Or were these false positives caused by contamination or Chanin's online dating activity? The defense later argued that the DNA suggested other men may have been involved. The prosecution argued the opposite: contamination, transfer, or unrelated interactions. The online theory. Chanin had been using online dating sites. She had met multiple men in the weeks before her death. This opened a massive investigative rabbit hole, dozens of potential male contacts, but none showed evidence of involvement. Most had verified alibis. None were near the scene. Detectives circled back to the man who did have motive and opportunity and access to the home. The cell phone evidence. Investigators believed Clay Starbuck had used Chanin's phone to send misleading messages after her death. The movements of the phone matched Clay's general area. This was one of the prosecution's strongest points. But Clay insisted, "I didn't do it. I never touched her phone." His supporters still argue this today. The prosecution's case. The state presented a timeline. Clay was the last person to see Chanin alive. He had a history of tension with her. The phone messages were behavior manipulation. The DNA on her body was partially consistent with him, and the staging of the scene suggested intimate familiarity with the home. The defense's case. The defense countered, if Clay committed the murder, why was there unknown male DNA? Why no forced entry signs? Why no weapon? Why no neighbor heard anything? And why had Chanin been active online near the time of her death? The defense argued, this case has more questions than answers. The verdict. After weeks of testimony and days of jury deliberation, Clay Starbuck was found guilty of murder. He was sentenced to life in prison. But the controversy didn't end. The appeals. Clay appealed multiple times. He claimed the investigation was flawed. He claimed crucial evidence was ignored. He claimed he was innocent. But every appeal was denied. The public reaction. True crime communities erupted. Some believed Clay was guilty. Some believed he was framed. Some believed the unknown DNA told a different story. This divided public opinion deeply, even years later. The lingering questions. Why were multiple male DNA samples present? Who staged the scene? Why were the messages from Chanin's phone so unnatural? Was this a sex-related crime from someone she met online? Or was the killer someone far more familiar? Closing. The Starbuck family murder remains one of the most debated cases in modern American true crime. Justice was served, according to the law, but unanswered questions still echo today. And in every corner of the internet, people continue searching for the full truth. Don't forget to subscribe. More real investigations are coming.